Good evening. I am Miriam Abdulkawi, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News tonight. Sebastian Pop, he was abducted in Belize, and now he's been found guilty of murdering a woman in Guatemala. Tonight, you'll hear from his sister and father, and the ministry says they will try to bring him home. And Dr. Flowers, he's seeking one of those UDP caretaker seats. But is he really a registered doctor? Jules asked him on the campaign trail. Stay tuned for that. Plus, we'll take you to a computer lab for foster children and police in the community going back to school haircuts to kids. We'll have these stories and much more ahead on 7 News tonight. So please stay tuned.
Please, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Rest assured, your current banknotes will remain valid and will circulate alongside the new ones. If you have the old banknotes, you will still be able to use them in your day-to-day transactions throughout this transition and after. The central bank will partner with the financial institutions to quickly remove the old banknotes from circulation. The central bank has never demonetized any family of notes. In other words, banknotes from the establishment of the central bank holds the same value today. New look, same value, seamless transition. Learn more at www.centralbank.org.bz. A message from the Central Bank of Belize.
At Atlantic Bank, your convenience is our priority. Our contact center is designed to enhance your banking experience. With a wide range of customer service options, you save time and effort. You can easily call in to block or unblock your debit and credit cards, perform account inquiries, and access detailed card information. Whether you need assistance with online banking, merchant support, or general inquiries, our team is ready to help. For added convenience, if all operators are busy, you can leave your number and an operator will return your call as soon as possible to ensure you receive the support you need. Depending on your transaction type, we may need to verify your identity through a set of security questions. And remember, Atlantic Bank will never request your username or password for Atlantic Online via phone call, text, or email, ensuring your personal information remains safe and secure. Our support team is available Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in both English and Spanish. Simply dial 223-1212. This is a dedicated line for our contact center. Atlantic Bank is committed to providing you with exceptional service and the tools you need to manage your finances conveniently and securely. Take full advantage of our easy-to-use contact center services today.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
All right, on the one fun day on, the window open and the light may turn off. It look like you listen to me, Jamie.
Not only that, I even get a new coffee mug where keep my coffee hot all day.
I'm impressed. You don't look like you're so hard here.
Better than that, BL can change my meter to one of their new smart meter. They call it the AMI.
Oh, I hear about it on TV from a BL ad, you know.
Yes, man. They don't reach the money better to change it right now. Let's go check it out.
Hey guys, I'm almost done here.
So that when you reach my area,
we're upgrading meters across Belize, house by house, business by business. Always look out for BL logo, uniforms, and IDs. BL will make you know when we're in the area. The EMI meter rollout is a part of BL strategy to modernize our energy services.
You don't need to come in at my house, right?
Come in at your house, boss, only if you got something good for you.
BEL, bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Gear up!
These charter means aren't
We're navigating along the coast.
This morning, the 2023.
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Shirley Culto, and here's
What's ahead for you on 7 News Tonight.
We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Adore Craig.
Please, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Baby, why you blessing? Bless. Baby, why you blessing? Bless. Baby, why you tempting? Baby, don't worry, keep blessing.
Overdose! La vie qu'on mène, vraiment wow. J'adore. Make them mini your bel visage en gros fesse. Oh yes, God bless. Mini your bel visage en gros fesse. Oh yes, God bless. Fini bon ça, fini bon ça, fini bon ça, fini bon ça.
Tenemos la capacidad técnica, operativa, profesional y la infraestructura de poder establecer una atención neurológica de alta calidad.
Que no se pierda tiempo de forma innecesaria para poder al final del día llegar al mejor de los resultados y la mejor opción para el paciente.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sun Up on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your Nation Station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
Please, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
We begin our newscast with one of our top stories where today, the family of 28-year-old Atoxa resident Sebastian Pop learned that he has been convicted of femicide in Guatemala, news that had eluded them for more than 2 years. This came in the form of a press release from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which says, quote, "Following the conclusion of legal proceedings in Guatemala, Mr. Pop was convicted of femicide. In response, the ministry has instructed the embassy to inquire into any further legal recourse that may be available to Mr. Pop through legal representation." A Guatemalan news site adds that he was sentenced to 30 years in prison for murdering his female cousin in San Luis Petén. So, there it is. The update his beleaguered family has been seeking for years finally came out, and the news is not good. This morning, before the press release was issued, Pup's father and sister came from Bella Vista to our 7 News studio in Belize City to demand the answers and accountability that had eluded them for years. Here's more.
I come here for help. I'm seeking for help. I want the government do a job better way. Like, why you have allowed Guatemalan people to kidnap my brother innocently?
Sebastian Pop has been in a Guatemalan prison for 2.5 years after he was abducted by a Guatemalan mob from Dolores village in Belize in February of 2023 and delivered into the Guatemalan village on the other side of the border. His father visited him right after he was kidnapped. He speaks in Quechua.
He said when he gone look for him, he said he is very hurt up, bruised up, broken ribs out here. When he reached there, then tape up his eye, he don't know where he reached.
His family has reported his abduction to the Ministries of Home Affairs, Foreign Affairs and Police. That was 2 years ago, but they say they have got no answers. Francisco Pop went to the PG police to make a report.
He did went to the police. They told him that they will investigate into it and get back to him. And that's why I don't want to hear this word investigate. For what? They no investigate. Make them say that they don't want to do nothing. Stay right there. I don't care about you. Simple as that. Why they have to promise my father that they will get back to him and then not one person come look to my pa again. Ever since last when my brother gone, nobody come.
Has anybody from any ministry come to you or gone to the father or gone to the mother and say, will you bring her home, or here's what we're trying to do to bring him home? Has anyone done that?
Nobody give me a call. They told me that they will give me a call. They said they will check up and I will get back to you. That's the answer, and nobody call me. Nobody tell me what happened. Where is he? Is he alive? Is he okay? Nobody get to me.
Do you think they take you lightly because you're a Maya?
Exactly, they take me lightly, like they don't care about the Maya people. They don't like Maya people.
And the incident may have never come to light were it not for the recent abduction of Joseph Budna.
I know it's because of Budna you bring this out, right, Mr. Jules? And I said, why they are hiding story behind we, and then they not dealt with it on time? I was waiting for what? For nothing, waste of time. I feel like, then take me like, I don't care about you, stay right there. That's what then it meant to me.
And the 2.5 years of knowing nothing has taken a devastating toll on this family.
He destroyed my whole family. He gave mental health for my mom. My mom, like, I don't know what happened to she. Too much stress, too much worry, don't know where to do. Everything destroyed, like nothing. Every day, night and day, I used to work. I no focus on my work. I used to walk on the street. I want to bawl, cry every time. I even cry all the time. People watch me. I try to be strong, but deep inside, I'm not strong. Every day I cry. I get sick of it, thinking about him. He's not an animal. My brother was tortured very bad.
His father is the one who witnessed his son's condition firsthand.
Whenever he sleep, every evening he remember him. He can't sleep. He can't eat. He sleepless the night. Every night he dream him. Morning, as he go sleep, first thing he see that he in his sleep, because he miss his son that he baby.
And this older sister remembers the last time she saw her brother in Placencia and gave him a hug.
I don't know how to explain my pain, Mr. Jules. I never know that this is my last hug for my brother. 1 week before he gone, I tell my brother, take care. I never know I was telling him goodbye one time, because I know to see my brother like he dead one time. It's very sad. Just imagine how my mother feel right now.
And now she's demanding that government do its duty of looking after a citizen stolen away from his country.
What government job to talk to both sides, talk to the Guatemala side, and the Guatemala supposed to contact the Belizean side. All I want, if the government could bring back my brother and make them check up for my brother, if he is doing good or not, I need to know. That's why I waste my time for come way, you know, I live far, long traveling, just because of my brother. I miss my brother. He's my baby brother. Always I'm begging, Mr. Jules, let the government do their work. Let them put us in their eyes and let them listen to our concern.
And while the family was clearly not kept in the loop, the release from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs says it has been, quote, monitoring the case following communication from his legal representative in Guatemala regarding the circumstances of his removal from the village of Dolores in southern Belize. Since then, the Embassy of Belize in Guatemala has maintained contact with Mr. Pup's lawyer and has facilitated the provision of relevant documentation to support his legal process, end quote. And the family, again, the family, that is, and we spoke to the father and persons familiar with his mother, was never apprised of this. And in what may be the only consolation for the family, the statement adds, quote, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is extremely concerned about the circumstances of Mr. Pup's removal from Belize and will continue addressing the issue through established diplomatic channels and vigorously pursue his repatriation to Belize. Via text, Foreign Minister Fonseca gave us his personal assurance that he would follow up on the matter. He also acknowledged, quote, if this were not a poor man from a rural community, I am not sure it would not have fallen. I am sure, that is, it would not have fallen through the cracks of the government bureaucracy, end quote. And we take a break now, but when we come back, Dr. Abraham Flowers, he wants to be the caretaker for Fort Loyola. But is he really a registered doctor here in Belize? Jules asked him today. Stay tuned.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Make every moment matter with your credit card. More transactions, more chances to win cash back. You can be one of 4 monthly winners. Get a chance to win cash back with every purchase of $100 or more. For more information, visit www.atlabank.com. Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
NexGen is thrilled to announce the launch of our brand new website. And guess what? It's designed with you in mind. Visit our new NexGen website at www.nexgen.bz. So what's new? Streamlined signups. You can quickly and easily sign up for our services. It's super simple. Easy account management. Access and update your information effortlessly. No hassle at all. Assistance requests. Need help? Just request the assistance you need in a snap. We've got you covered. Enhanced customer service. Connect with our dedicated customer service team seamlessly. We're always here for you. So go ahead, visit us at nexgen.bz. Explore all the new features we have to offer. We're here to make your experience better than ever. NexGen, the next generation of TV and internet.
These charter means aren't from
We're
an
navigating
airplane.
along the coast.
This morning, the 2023 in the
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Shireen Kelso,
And here's what's ahead for you on 7 News Tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm a bureaucrat.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Get ready for back to school with Benny's B-Books. We have limited edition Benny's exercise and composition books just in time for the new school year. Get 6 composition books for 5 B-Bucks and 12 exercise books for only 2 B-Bucks. Benny's and B-Bucks, getting you ready for back to school.
We are ready are back to school, are you?
However you travel, you're home. Book now and save 50% only at Naya.
Shine Barrow's been playing pretend and make-believe his entire life. Look at the characters he's played.
Hustler.
The gangster rapper.
I never had hope until I sold those.
The convict.
I shot somebody in the club.
The believer. He's gone to Israel and taken on the new name Moshe Levi Ben David. The politician.
I certainly would want to lead the party.
You heard it here first. Shine wants to be party leader.
Party leader is only the latest role he's pretending to play. But the game is over. Everyone is tired of playing. But like a spoiled child, he's forcing everyone to keep playing. And why? Because he needs to keep the delusion going.
You know, there's this vast demand for Shine and for the people overall to just have a love and an affinity for me.
This is what happens when a child never grows up. He was never leading the party. He was propping up a fantasy. He needs to grow up and step down.
He needs just to sit down in isolation and contemplate his whole life.
Please, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Hi, have you heard about the expungement of criminal records? Well, as of August 1st, 2024, the Criminal Records Rehabilitation of Offenders Act allows for you to apply to have certain criminal charges permanently erased from your record. Isn't that amazing?
So, what makes you eligible to apply for expungement? The offense must qualify for expungement based on Schedule 2 and 3 of the law. You must meet the applicable rehabilitation period. This is the time period you must wait before you can apply. The applicant must not have any outstanding matters or have had any other convictions during the rehabilitation period. You can qualify for automatic expungement for certain first-time drug offenses, as well as COVID-related offenses. So, what are the benefits of expungement? Well, it broadens employment and educational opportunities that a criminal record would normally hinder.
It gives you a peace of mind away from the stigma of having a criminal conviction and provides you with access to services that may be otherwise restricted.
If you have a past criminal conviction, here's what you can do to get it expunged. First, verify if you qualify for expungement. Then, prepare the application package. Each package consists of 2 forms. Applications are available countrywide. You then make a non-refundable payment of $100 at your nearest Treasury Department and finally submit the package and payment receipt to any Ministry of Human Development office countrywide. Note, applicants will receive a notification within 90 days to see if their application was approved or denied. So, if you are interested, visit any Human Development Office countrywide, any magistrate court, or the Ministry of Home Affairs office in Belmopan. For more information, you can call 227-2716 or you can WhatsApp 613-0343.
Please, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
We continue our newscast with political news and a top story where the UDP is in full swing of its convention season. And on Sunday, the contest for a new caretaker will be in Port Layola. The candidates are Carlos Pereira and Dr. Abraham Flowers, who we met up with on the campaign trail this evening. And Jules Vasquez had questions about politics and his professional credentials. Here's more.
The reception that we have actually received is that of, I would say, let's go say it's very supportive, right? And the thing about it is going from house to house, we do find some campaigners that are extremely exhausted about the promises that the previous ministers have actually made. So they find it a little bit, let's go say, difficult when we would actually approach them. But when we sit down and we explain to them in detail the projects and the program that we want back here for Port, then they start to understand that, you know what, that this group and this committee that we have back here in Port Layo, including myself, is totally different from the previous ministers that are back here. I did not really born with a gold spoon in my mouth. I had to work for what I want from the time I was young. Even painting grave. You remember when you had to paint grave with City Council? I was in that group, Jules, right? My parents, we can't say we were rich, we were actually poor. There were 18 of us. So we know what it is to work for what we want. I work in high school, I work in junior college, I went to Cuba and I came back here and I'm still finding myself working, so I understand the people back here in Port. If I would just blunt out say, oh, well, I don't win right now, that's basically, let's go say it's a lie. You understand? So we're just going to depend that the people actually select the right choice in this convention that will be here Sunday. Literally right now, Port Layola have one of the best representation I could say ever before, right? Which is myself. I'm educated, and we have a very strong committee that is willing to work along and for the people back here in Port Layola.
I know that you are educated, you're a doctor, but the criticism can be made legitimately. You are not a licensed or registered doctor here in Belize. Yet you were on Sun Up this morning talking about all the people you're treating.
So the cases of dengue in that area is actually surging. Matter of fact, I would say my first case was right from in Genosha, which was literally about a week and a half back. Right now, I can tell you that there is a patient of mine that lives on Curl Thompson. She's diabetic, and she was actually bitten by a rat. And that was actually turning out very quickly. And so I had to intervene, and we're actually treating. So for me personally, like how I am a medical doctor, right, with my degrees, I usually go and do house visits in my constituency and caring for my people. That is very important. And above all, I'm also currently suffering from another case of dengue.
Which you can't do if you're not a registered doctor. You can't do legally.
So the thing about it, Jules, is that I went and I studied in Cuba for 8 years. I got my degree and came back here, did my internship. But because of politics, I was actually black. Let's go say victimized. Now, if I go to any other country, like for example, when I went to Chile, I worked there for 3 years as a medical practitioner. But when I came back here, the same person that was there is still there, and they keep on blocking me. Now, will I defeat my purpose on actually helping my people, even if I go and see them and advise them to see a medical doctor? No, sir. I would never let one person stop what I was educated to do. And that was medicine. I'm going to continue to educate my people on medicine and how to take care of themselves.
But you're not a licensed medical practitioner in Belize, so there's an ethical issue.
You may say that there is an ethical issue, and I totally agree with you, but what more ethical can we say if me, which is a medical practitioner, studied in Cuba, came to Belize and is unable to actually help my people?
So, but should you be publicly professing in Belize? I am Dr. Abraham Flowers, and I treat people, as I heard you say on some this morning, for XYZ. Should you be publicly professing that?
Most definitely, yes. Why not? I got my degree. And under the Constitution and medical doctor, it states that there is only two ways I cannot practice medicine in Belize. One, if I'm crazy, which if I'm crazy, I'm not going to be talking to you, Jules. Or two, if I do not have a degree. I have my degree, and I'm not crazy.
And the whole registered doctor thing aside, we did go into some UDP politics. The fact is this convention season, that is really about electing caretakers who either support Shine Barrow or Tracy Panton. We asked Flowers what side he is on.
The report is that you are a Shine Barrow supporter.
So most definitely a lot of people may say that, but I'm going to be honest with you. I am a UDP supporter, and I'm for back here for port. So yes, I want unity, right? I want this whole mess to be finished as quick as possible, because we got to understand is that, guess what? It is the people down there who is actually suffering.
So are you willing to support Tracy as leader?
If November comes and Tracy win for party leader, then most definitely we would actually need to support Tracy as party leader if she win the convention, yes.
Who would be a better choice to lead the UDP, Shine Barrow or Tracy Panton?
Most definitely, I'm going to say let the people decide that. I ain't going to decide that. Yeah, the people should decide that, right? Not me.
On Monday, we'll let you know who won. Meanwhile, a motorcycle driver was rushed to the hospital today in Belize City after he got flung to the pavement in a collision with a full-size SUV. It happened on Princess Margaret Drive at around 10 this morning. And while the motorcycle itself did not suffer serious damage, we're told the driver had notable injuries. Meanwhile, in other news, it's a moment in history these queens probably dreamed about when they were children, having your name inscribed on the wall of former Queen of the Bay title holders from 1946 to present. That's 80 years of pageantry. Well, today, the committee added 2 new names to its wall of history, and we met with the newest queen, soon to give up her crown and pass it on to this year's winner, who will be selected tomorrow. Here's how today's event went in detail.
I think this is a wonderful tradition to keep the legacy alive and also to inspire young girls who would love to become a Queen of the Bay someday. It's definitely more than just being on a stage looking beautiful, but it's an opportunity for us to showcase our intelligence, to work on our platform, to pursue your education and also to inspire women in Belize. So yes, they see us on stage, and it's good to see the beauty because it's a part of who we are. They're all facets of us as an individual, and but the Queen of the Bay signifies strength, intelligence, beauty, love of culture, and pride.
It's just honestly a culmination of reflection and gratitude, just knowing the remarkable reign that I have just because of the love and the support the nation has shown me. I had trained for almost, I would say, 4 to 5 months as Miss Belize Rural last year. So when it was pageant time, I just felt like, okay, now is the time to just put on that show, and it really paid off. And here we are today. It means so much to me. I just could think about the lineage of queens, and after so many years, when you look back, the caliber of women who have participated in Queen of the Bay. These are women who are educated, women who have taught another generation of young ladies to be confident, women who have contributed to the development of our nation. And so for me, I think of my little nieces, I think of my cousins. When they come here and they see my name, they will get to hear of all the stories of what I've done as Queen of the Bay. And, when I get older and one day become like the Governor General of Belize, I can say that I was a Queen of the Bay, and it was because of this very platform the nation got to see who is Diana Janeling.
The pageant will be held tomorrow night at the Belize Civic Center at 7 p.m. Tickets can be purchased through the Quick Pass app. That's KWIQPASS app. And in other news, as the culmination of the 4th National Climate Week, the Ministry of Sustainable Development also convened its inaugural National Climate Finance Forum today. A number of guests from the public and private sectors attended to engage in discussions on accessing funding aimed at reducing climate-related vulnerabilities in Belize. Here are the highlights from today's event in detail.
The Climate Finance Forum, therefore, provides a hub for dialogue and partnership. Our goals today are to, 1, present Belize's updated climate objectives, particularly the targets within NDC 3.0, so partners understand our priorities and can align support. And 2, showcase success stories like community adaptation projects and outline our pipeline of climate resilient investments. 3, hear from regional and international financiers about funding windows, expectations, and evolving instruments such as blended finance, guarantees, and carbon markets. 4, to develop actionable pathways for matching Belizean project ideas with the capital and technical assistance that they require. So, this is not just a listening exercise. It is a working forum where we hope to forge partnerships, identify obstacles, and commit to moving projects forward. We will discuss the economic realities of climate change, aligning of finance with adaptation, and lessons learned in accessing funding.
As a locally led adaptation action, the Building Community Resilience via Transformative Adaptation Project, which is a 5-year, $5 million initiative funded by the Adaptation Fund. This program is more than just funding. It is about empowering our people, safeguarding our forests, our water, our livelihoods from the threats of drought, floods, unpredictable weather, and of course, wildfires, which we all are becoming too familiar with. This project is a promise to our communities that they will not face these challenges alone, and that we will work in building their capacities, the critical infrastructure, and the systems to be effective in this fight against climate change.
And we take a break now, but when we come back, kids go back to school on Monday, and the boys will need a tight markup. Well, today, the police were the ones doing it for them, and we'll show you. Stay tuned.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Tenga la seguridad de que sus billetes actuales siguen siendo válidos y circularán junto a los nuevos. Si tienen los billetes antiguos, los podrán seguir usando en sus transacciones diarias durante esta transición y después. El Banco Central se colaborará con las instituciones financieras para retirar los billetes antiguos. El Banco Central no ha invalidado ninguna serie de billetes en ningún momento. Por lo tanto, cualquier billete emitido por el Banco Central mantiene su valor hoy. Nueva imagen, mismo valor, transición sin problemas. Para obtener más información, visite www.centralbank.org.bs. BZ. Un comunicado del Banco Central de Belice.
At Atlantic Bank, your convenience is our priority. Our contact center is designed to enhance your banking experience. With a wide range of customer service options, you save time and effort. You can easily call in to block or unblock your debit and credit cards, perform account inquiries, and access detailed card information. Whether you need assistance with online banking, merchant support, or general inquiries, our team is ready to help. For added convenience, if all operators are busy, you can leave your number and an operator will return your call as soon as possible to ensure you receive the support you need. Depending on your transaction type, we may need to verify your identity through a set of security questions. And remember, Atlantic Bank will never request your username or password for Atlantic Online via phone call, text, or email, ensuring your personal information remains safe and secure. Our support team is available Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in both English and Spanish. Simply dial 223-1212. This is a dedicated line for our contact center. Atlantic Bank is committed to providing you with exceptional service and the tools you need to manage your finances conveniently and securely. Take full advantage of our easy-to-use contact center services today.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
They say absence makes the heart grow fonder.
It was wonderful to see that he is free at last. Good to have him in Belize.
15 years ago, his family welcomed him with open arms.
He's my son and I will of course support him.
Now, even they say he's unfit to lead.
But he have personality flaw. The Barrow thinking that there is need for change of leadership in the party.
You have interpersonal conflicts which erode your support base.
Yeah.
You alienate Finnegan.
Yeah. And you know that me reason. I love my uncle. However he feels, on whatever given day he feels that I will have no ill will towards him. My opponent in Mesopotamia is Michael Finnegan. So as long as he is alive.
Like a spoiled child, he's turned on the very people who raised him, the ones who gave him everything. It's time to grow up and step down.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Continuing our newscast with some statistical news. Consumer prices were up only 1.2% in July, according to the Statistical Institute of Belize. The modest uptick in inflation was driven almost entirely by the categories of food and non-alcoholic beverages, and housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels. In contrast, its notable reductions were seen in the transport and information and communication categories. Notably, stew pork, grapefruit, and carrots were all up by double digits. And now turning our attention to one of our top stories. The Liberty Children's Home today received a major donation of 4 desktop systems, a printer, and over $2,000. It's part of Full-Tech's annual initiative, a way to celebrate their anniversary by giving back. The staff chose Liberty, and well, those at the Children's Home couldn't be happier. Our very own Courtney Menzies was there today and has this story.
The 42 kids at Liberty Children's Home now have a fully functional computer lab right on their compound. It's a gift from Full-Tech as part of their anniversary initiative to give back to the community. The HR manager explained how the staff chose to support Liberty.
The way this works is that during our anniversary month, Full-Tech's anniversary month, which is July, one of the things that we do is we want to do a big outreach initiative. And so the way that works is that we ask the staff for suggestions. What do we want to do? Where do we want to go? And it can be maybe adapting a roundabout to what you see here. And so when the staff gives some suggestions, what we do is we put it in a poll and we have the entire team vote on which one they believe is the one that we want to do. The computer room, if you guys can see, we have 4 desktops, full desktops. We also donated the backup batteries, and we donated an HP EcoTank printer. And of course the EcoTanks, if you guys know, these allow the children or whoever is using it to print a lot more. Not that we expect the children to be printing a lot, but the computers are all set up. We had our technician come in and set them up. And these will also come with a Microsoft license for 1 year.
And the children as well as the staff at Liberty couldn't be happier with the donation. The director explained that there was a great need for more computers to help with the kids' schoolwork.
Out of that 42, 15 are in high school, and the high schools are using more Google Classroom mode and things like that. So on a daily basis, our children do require to use some form of IT equipment. Prior to today, we only had 2 laptops that these children were juggling. And so that took time. At times, admin staff would have to remain back even up until 6 o'clock until everybody can get their work done, or even beyond that time. So with this new addition in place, our children will be more capable of doing their work within a timely manner. We don't really Well, that's one of our weakness. We don't really reach out asking. And so when Fulltech contacted us to offer the equipment, we were really overjoyed. And our children do take their academics seriously, so they're happy to be able to get their schoolwork done.
But while the computers are covered, the kids are still in need of more supplies.
There's always a need, from school supplies, clothing, footwear, food, recurrent expenditure. If anybody wants to do a donation, we're very willing to share the Liberty account number with people for them to do monetary donation, because we do prefer that donations be done in that manner.
Fulltech also donated $2,250, matching the amount of invoices that amounted during the month of July. Courtney Menzies, 7 News.
And next we go into our archives to give some important historical context to the events of the past week, what we called the extrajudicial extradition of Joseph Budna. Budna is in Guatemala City jail tonight, and he says Belize police handed him over to Guatemalan police in Arenal. If he was indeed delivered to a foreign law enforcement agency by the police, it's not the first time such a thing has happened. In April of 2003, local gang leader and alleged kingpin George Herbert was taken from his home by Belize police under the order of then Commissioner Carmen Zetina and taken to the PGIA, where he too was delivered to the DEA, who flew him out of the country on a waiting plane. Herbert's family retained the then leader of the opposition, Dean Barrow, as its attorney, and he successfully argued before then Chief Justice Abdoquai Conte that the Herbert handover to the DEA was nothing less than state-sponsored kidnapping. Here's our coverage of that decision from our October 24th, 2003 newscast.
Chief Justice Abdoulaye Conte forcefully scolded the government of Belize for the illegal extradition of George Herbert, who was handed over to the DEA in May and now faces major drug charges in the USA. The Chief Justice declared that the constitutional rights of Herbert were violated when he was unlawfully expelled from his country of origin. But more than that, Conte said the government was responsible to get him back to Belize.
Chief Justice has said that what happened is inexcusable and intolerable. You can't act in this oppressive, high-handed, unconstitutional, undemocratic fashion. You can't violate rights, no matter who is involved. And any Belizean citizen, no matter who he or she may be, is entitled to the protection of the Constitution of this country, and any government of Belize must respect the Constitution and the fundamental rights of all citizens. The whole case proceeded on the basis that there was only one person responsible, and that is the Commissioner. So both in terms of the remarks made in the course of the Chief Justice's judgment and this particular order, how shall I say it? I certainly wouldn't want to be in the Commissioner's shoes.
The state was ordered to pay $35,000 plus interest to the Herbert family, and no sanctions were ever taken against the former Commissioner of Police, Zetina. And Herbert pleaded guilty to drug trafficking in the U.S. and served 21 years in prison. And finally, tonight, Superintendent of Police Aaron Gamboa was back in the Martins area today, but not with backpacks. He gave out scores of those last week. He and his officers, working along with residents from the PIV and BLC areas, were giving free haircuts to young students ahead of the reopening of schools. Now, these kids are more than ready for class. Courtney Menzies met up with them and has this story.
Over 50 kids got free haircuts today in the St. Martin's area. It's another leg of the police department, and specifically Superintendent Aaron Gamboa's Back to School initiative. He said after the school bag frenzy, haircuts were the next step.
We noticed that we got the bag drive, right? So
that build me up, right? Give me what call it, the spirit, make I do positive things in the Martins outside here, right? So I decided that to make I do a haircut now, you know. So we noticed some of my officers in level 4, police officers attached to the special patrol unit, the barbers there. We've been from Beropan and we went to Ghana PIB for us, at Basketball Court, do a 20 young kids, and then finally I call Hubert, and I tell her, please get some kids together, and we are getting, so they say haircut before school Monday because they believe haircut expensive. Haircut about 10, no, haircut at 30 right now. I know for kids, I believe about 15, I believe, you know, so we come and I believe like how I work in the area. I said, make I come and get them a nicely haircut for ready for school Monday, so they don't have to go out and pack it.
And he partnered with the Baptist Brothers to use their barber shop and gather needy kids in the area.
Always a good thing for give back to the community, the youths there. You know, some of their parents can't afford a haircut, and so I just feel like our honor for get back to the youths there in a positive way. Notice the turnout. We end up get must like 30 kids, 40 kids. So the next year it should be bigger, better. The youths need education because if you notice right now they got a lot of people picking and they when they drop out of school, I think worse on the neighborhood, I think they turn to that violence. Things so by they staying at school, I think that's something very, very important.
We have to give back to the kids there, you know. So we look out for the neighborhood, I think. So basically, a lot of parents out there now can afford everything for their picnic. So at least haircut are good for them. It's nothing for the weird in the car. We don't like live that life there, I think, and we'll try to move it for a lot of show the youth saying like different way. So we'll try that for them. We'll try to save life and to make somebody reach this lifestyle where we get put in now.
They're hoping to do this initiative every year. Courtney Menzies, 7 News.
And that's all we have for you on 7 News on this Friday night. Thank you so much for watching. I am Miriam Abdul-Kawi. You can find a full transcript of the news at 7newsbelize.com and see the streaming video on our Facebook page. Have a good night and a great weekend, and join Indira Craig back here on Monday night. Have a good night, folks.